All right, so welcome back to part two of the series where I'm building my own personal dashboards. Or, well, at least I'm extending the dashboard and continuing where we left off in episode one. So let's dive into it. So, in the last episode, I went through everything here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kick off one of them. So, in this case, I would like to start first with the task manager. Let's start with task number two. So that is the task manager. We're going to build this out. And in this case, I want to dive a bit more deeper whenever necessary about this task. So let's separate this task from the rest and let's start to work. Yeah, so in this case, it's starting building it. So we don't need to give it any other context. I do need to stop it for 1 second because I made a mistake. Um, so let's start building it out. Uh, so continue where you left off. But one extra important thing that I wanted to add or mention is when you are making the changes, do it using work trees and do it on a different branch. So the main branch stays intact, everything is working as it is, and we can later easily roll back when something goes wrong. So another work tree, another branch, and start working. Yeah, I actually got it recommended by someone in the comments, and I'm not sure what the name exactly is, but at least thank you very much if you are still watching this. So for now, I'm using work trees for pretty much anything that I do with building because when something goes wrong, I can easily roll back, and I can also use multiple agents or in this case chats or tabs at the same time, working on different kind of features without switching between them. I just have to switch between the tab, and I can instantly preview them like on different local hosts, and when I want to merge one of them together or all of them together, that is no issue. So to be honest, I'm just very excited about using WordTrees. So thank you very much for the tip that I have received. So for now, I'm gonna pause the video, wait till it's done, and then I'm gonna show you again. All right, so it's done, and I'm guessing something went wrong because no backend has been set up. So let's actually question it and see why it happened. So, so why didn't the backend get set up? We made a plan using Next. You asked me questions about the front end. You asked me questions about the backend. We're using Xeno as we already do for the rest of this project. What happened? Why is the backend not set up? Interesting, since this doesn't happen often. Normally, it's very how to say it, very thorough in how it does it. But for now, okay. So something went wrong with the recording. I am back again. So yeah, what I noticed is that ever since the context window for Opus 4.6 has been increased to 1 million, I'm getting less good answers from cloud. So for example, if I check here on MCP, it says it's not authenticated. Okay, that could be possible, but normally when that would happen, it would prompt it. It would at least test it out because it's also in the MD files. And then it would stop the chat, suggest back to me that I should re-authenticate. But in this case, it didn't do it. It actually said, "You're right. This is my fault." Yeah, etc. So let me do the authentication and come back to the video. Okay, so right now everything is set up, and then let's just start it again. So I have re-authenticated the Xeno MCP. Please check the plan. There should be, and as you already mentioned, there is work and a plan about it. So there's no reason not to do the work. So execute it and come back to me. If there's anything unclear, I want you to ask me the questions now so I can answer them. If you do not ask the questions now, then I am assuming everything is correct. So I guess it's a way to see for now. So let me pause it and get back to you. Okay, so it looks like this one is set up correct, and now it's starting to connect with the Xeno MCP, and it will continue to work. Yeah, so while it's still going, let me actually tell you on how I'm working with Xeno. So I work with Xeno using a Xeno MCP by Snappy. Snappy is by Robert Boulos, if I'm saying the name correctly. And big shout out to you because I really love this tool. I'm working with Xeno for about 3 years in my tech stack or in my tool stack. And yeah, before AI, it was like you could have like fast iteration when you're building something because the visual editor is so good. So before AI, before all the help, it was and it still is way easier to build. So right now with the MCP, that is yeah just top level there is for Xeno. Yeah, I can build faster using Xeno. So definitely a big shout out to Robert for building this. I'm a big fan. Yes, so the name of the Xeno MCP is Snappy, and I think it's available at xeno.snappy.ai, if I'm saying it correctly. So at least that's where I got it. So if you Google it, if you look it up on YouTube, that is how I came across, and also because of a community that I man called State Change. So also recommend that one. All right, so we have pretty much everything ready here, and let's actually do the following. Can you start localhost 1100? So then we send this because I already have a version running, the main version running on localhost 1000. So in this case, 1100 is where I'm going to run the other branch, so the other work tree. Looks like it's already running. So it's going to be, let's see, let's do this one, local host 120. All right, so here it is. Here we have a simple task list. So let's test it out. Um, let's say build the next feature, and it's here. So we can now check it off, and we can see so completed. We can uncheck it. Yeah, awesome. I mean, for UI wise, there is some stuff that we can do to make it better, but for like a first version, that's good enough. So this is the most basic thing that we can do. So let's see if the deleting also works. Yeah. So okay, it was another issue with the video, but we are back. Anyway, we have the task ready. The UI could be updated. So let me get back to the terminal and think about what I want to have changed. All right, so it looks good. The function is also good, so I can create a new one. I can delete a new one. Things I cannot do is edit them. So first of all, I want to be able to edit a task. Second of all, I want to be able to add a description. So right now we have a title. I also want a description where I can put some extra context. And what I also want to do, and this is very important, is I want to work with some kind of deadline, like a date or a due date that I can attach to this. So in short, I need to be able to attach a date, a description, and I need to be able to edit it. Those are the three main updates that need to be added to make this actually functional. And then once these have been added, we can see it later. So for now, so something went wrong again, but here it is. Yeah, let's just start it. I don't know what's causing the issues with the video. So let me actually yeah, let me actually dive into that. What is causing it? If you do have another tool that you suggest that I should use to make the video recording easier, then please let me know. For now, I'm using CleanShot. That is how I work with video. So pretty much anything. So in this case, for myself, for friends, for work, for clients, like CleanShot, it's pretty much like a Loom video. Yeah, so it stopped again. But it's like Loom, but then a bit different. It's just a different tool. So if you have suggestions, please let me know. For now, it will continue. Let me pause the video, show you when it's done, and then I'm gonna call it one because, or call it an end because the video is not helping me a lot. So I come back to you in a few seconds. All right, so we have the following update. It looks the same, but actually dive a bit more into it. So here we have this. Um, yeah, build the next feature. So the next feature could be update the tasks UI. Yeah, let's for now just pick the date of tomorrow. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Let's actually do a new task. So create a plan for the upcoming um, proposal feature. So in this case, I do have to add it first and then I can change it. For now, I'm going to keep it as it is, but there's going to be a lot more changes. This is pretty basic, so I want to start with this one. Unfortunately, because of the video issues, I'm not going to be able to build it as much out as I thought. So in the next video, I'm going to make sure this is fixed and we're going to build something awesome and you can follow along. So I would like to thank you for watching and I see you in the next episode.